And we're back. That's what you're supposed to do in a business. You're supposed to frame your first dollar.
Yeah.
But I might frame this check. Or at least put it in the frame with my business license that I have. Anyway, that's off topic. So, the party is released. And do you all want to rest first? Do you want to roam around town? Or do you want to go get the cart brought down first? What is the order of operations here?
I think if we can get the cart brought down and it's okay to keep it with us, we should probably do that first. And then I would just particularly want to go find the inn and get rooms situated and get to resting if someone else wants to do something else. But that would be like my goal is like, let's go get the cart, get this like gnome paid for his helping us and all of that. So that's totally taken care of. And then just go find the inn.
How's the rest of the party feel about that?
I
Sounds
agree.
good with me.
All right, so you guys can head up. The gnome will help get you all back up there. He happens to have a, I believe it's levitate on hand. Make sure I'm correct on this.
At some point in all this, I did want to go to a temple for an hour or two and just inquire about their...
That's fine. There's plenty of time. It won't take that long to bring the cart down. Yeah. So he's got a copy. He's got a copy of levitate he can use to get everybody up there, and then make sure this works. Yeah. So he'll ask all of you to stand on like a piece of stone, and then he'll levitate all of you and the stone up to the top, and then you can feather fall the cart all the way down to the bottom.
We'll do so.
While we're up there, can we do like just to make sure everything's the way we left it, nothing's been ransacked or anything like that? Or...
Everything seems fine.
Okay.
Now let's talk fair, shall we? I've done a lot for you, and I sometimes am a generous person. It is about to cost me quite a bit to take care of the problems that you've created down here. So, what do you think you could offer me to try to at least make it feel like this wasn't entirely just a loss for me?
How much?
Oh, we got this ballista.
I'm not looking for expectations. I'm looking for what you're willing to offer. To know in the future whether or not it's worth my time to help out any more of you from the surface.
Do you mind me asking how much this is costing you?
I dare not speak of those things. It is not the kind of thing... It is the kind of thing where the more the information you have, the more it could create trouble for you.
Gotcha.
Are our medals even worth it for you? What
Coin has a
currency
weight, does it not?
Yeah, so I just didn't know if like the dwarves valued platinum as much as the surface people do.
The exchange rates are supposedly very similar. I've had no problems with other people I've dealt with from up there. But it's not often that the people that I deal with are so clean-cut, you might say.
Gulran will hand him 20 platinum. This should cover my expenditures.
This will cover everything for the whole of you. You can sort this out with the rest of you.
I'll hand him another 20 and just say, well, we'll get this all split between us evenly, but I feel like what you've done for us is worth the extra, and give him another
He
20.
looks over at you for a moment, Brianna. Let me make sure. Yeah. And he leans in. Two of them are jockeying for leadership, aren't they?
Yes, they are.
And he'll take his leave at that point.
Before he goes,
yeah.
Brianna says, "Do you want the glasses back?"
You can keep them. It's about time I got a set of new ones. And to be quite honest, they're not even mine to begin with.
Oh, okay. Well, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yes, thank you for all your help.
You're welcome. They will only provide you with about 15 feet of dark vision. And when you have it, you are at a -2 to perception and a -1 to attack rolls while using them. Because the cracks and the scrapes really impede your ability to see.
So yeah, I will navigate the cart to the inn that he recommended us to.
Okay. So you can make your way to the Cursed Sword. The Cursed Sword is another large stone building. As you come inside, though, it has a bit of a different feel from the outside coming in. In the center, there stands a podium with a very large greatsword that is slammed into the top of it. The sword seems to slowly trickle down bits of red and green and blue from its hilt into a small pool that resides below where the pedestal rises and the sword stands upon. Around it, there are various patrons, dwarves, gnomes, and the occasional person that almost looks humanoid, that almost looks human-like. But behind the counter are a couple of various people. A dwarven man seems to be working the bar itself. A couple of barmaids seem to be moving back and forth between the back area. All the barmaids seem to be gnomish. And behind the counter, every once in a while, from the back, there are some orders that get barked out back and forth to the barmaids or to the bartender. Otherwise, though, the hall is only moderate in noise level. It's kept at a very respectable volume, one where you don't necessarily have to shout at each other to be heard, but you do have to raise your voice a little bit to be at least in line with the sound around you. There is a very clear, hallway that leads away from the main area that leads into and up to where the rooms here are. And the four of you can do what you will.
I think Ryan froze, but
Oh, yeah.
I think he can hear us. At some point,
Yeah.
I would just ask for that document the dwarf gave us to go visit one of the temples for a bit.
Well, we need the document first to make sure the innkeeper knows that we're allowed to.
I assume we've already
Play
been
in
to our
town.
room and everything.
Oh, I don't know if we.
That's up to you. We can hand wave through getting a room.
Yeah, I guess. So,
If you specifically want to look for and meet Sealy, that is also an option.
I will go ahead and give Goron the paper so that he can visit the temple.
Okay.
I also was going to maybe speak with the innkeeper or whoever and ask if they would want a performance or something while we were there.
So you ask about the performance to the bartender. I don't think we need much of a performance, but hey Sealy, got a weird one out here asking to do some kind of show. A surprisingly tall, very thin woman comes walking out of the back. She is dressed in a long butcher's apron, and the clothes beneath it seem also to be stained with bits of food and blood and other things. And she removes a set of gloves and sets them down on the counter next to her, and walks over to you. As she leans in, like, her skin is incredibly pale. One might almost think she were a corpse, if not for the fact that she were moving. You want to
Hi.
put on a show here?
Yes, I can sing and dance, and I was wondering if, your patrons might like a performance.
You're not familiar much with dwarves, are you?
No, not particularly.
Hey, I don't like noise unless it's their own.
Oh, okay. I mean,
Not
I
to
can...
say that what you do is make noise, but it's to them, they would consider it that way.
I see.
But
Do they not listen to music or anything like that?
I'm more interested in the fact that you make noise that makes people focused for a while, don't you?
Yes.
I'm just curious about some things then that you might be able to answer for me.
Sure, certainly.
What's it like up there?
Like
Gulran, you're not here.
Oh, I thought we were all waiting.
No, you said you took the paper and you left.
Well, I wanted to go with someone. I don't know who wanted to come with me. I'm not going to go alone.
Oh, who's going Gulran?
In case, like, I get jumped or some shit at the
'Cause-
temple. Like, I don't know.
He said, give me the paper, I'm gonna go.
Yeah, well, I wanted someone to come with me.
I don't know if Ryan would want to or not. No, if
I'm trying to. Well, how beat up does Gulran look?
I mean, my health is pretty good, but my con's really low, so I don't know how that translates.
Like,
Well, I mean,
if
have
we were
you,
to get
like-
into
I
a
mean,
fight-
you're gonna look like pretty. It's okay. So the best way to put this is, you know how you look when you're really sick. Like you get that kind of pale look on your face. Your eyes are kind of droopy. Like everything is like not quite what you normally would be. I think that's the best way to like interpret being at about half your constitution.
Okay.
Because that's kind of what illness does to you. It drains away your physical attributes.
If he doesn't look like he'd be able to protect me if anything attacked us, then I'm not going to volunteer to go with.
Alright, I guess I'll go to the temple with Gulran.
Okay.
Oh well, in that case,
So, what's it like up there
You mean the surface?
on the surface?
Well, it's bright and open.
How does anything get done up there with so much light?
Well, just as most of you all can see, just fine down in the dark, most of the people that live up in the surface have to have the light to see. So, people are used to that just as you guys are used to the dark.
Right, but I've heard that when the light goes away, everybody decides then is the time to rest. The light isn't there forever. So how does anything truly get done if people don't handle the night very well?
Well, we divide our time, so we do things during the day, and then when it gets dark, then that is when we rest. So we choose when to work when we have light and when we can see to do things. And also we have light that we can produce at nighttime so that we can see in the dark if we should have to work or get something done at night.
Mm-hmm. Can I have a perception from you?
Sure.
One sec. Ooh. Okay. Thanks. I appreciate the information.
Certainly.
And she'll step away.
Okay. So is the bartender still there?
Yes.
Okay. So I would ask if I could order maybe 2 meals, one for me, one for Antaeus.
Okay. No problem.
Okay.
All right, so Gulran and Elizabeth, you can head to one of the nearby temples. Outside of the temple, as you start to get close, built into kind of the wall of the temple, there is what looks like a giant earthen massive creature that's kind of lunging out of the temple itself. And in its head are 2 giant rubies where its eyes would normally be. And beneath it, like where its legs kind of wrap around, is where the entrance to the temple resides.
You think this thing's their god?
I don't know. It seems like it.
As you head inside, there are a number of robed dwarves that wander about the place.
I'd like for the record just to say Gulran's using his warhammer as like a cane.
Okay. There are like more of these like statues everywhere. There is a pillar. There is also this form kind of coming out of the pillar. And at the far back there is a large sculpture of the creature, like of this creature kind of hunched over on all fours, leaning forward and looking out over the pews in front of it. As various clerics roam about, speaking with other dwarves and gnomes, and these other very tall and lanky, extremely pale human-like creatures.
Can I tell what these creatures are?
The human-like creatures or the... Sure.
The human-like.
Give me a knowledge history.
Knowledge...
I was gonna try, but nope, not doing that.
Why can I not see this? Oh, I do not have any ranks in knowledge
Okay.
history.
Then you're not quite sure what these are.
Okay. Yeah, can I find a cleric that's not busy, or...
Yeah. What can I do for you?
Blessings, good sir. I come from a distant land. I'm not familiar with... forgive my dwarven tongue. Kraskaran?
Kraskaran.
Kraskaran. I have not heard of this dwarven god before. I was born an orphan, not in dwarven culture. Could you...
You're an outsider that doesn't know of Kraskaran. Then you must be a surfacer.
Yes, I'll present the notes just so he's not like alarmed or whatever.
He takes a look at it and he'll hand it back to you. You must have provided something valuable to get in here. No matter. You want to know about Kraskaran, do you?
Yes, have you heard of any other deities besides Kraskaran?
Outside of the Spider Queen? We hear you all up there have your own little group that you worship. Some weird names.
Yes, I am a follower of Shashat, a cleric.
Sishat, eh?
Yes, she is a goddess of knowledge and liberation of sorts.
Sounds to me like she just thinks everybody should be know-it-alls.
I mean, if you want to condense it down to that, maybe.
What we offer here is something much more sustainable, something much more substantial. Kraskaran offers the understanding of how this all came to be, and reverence should be paid to the great creator of all of what we get in the great below and in the mountains most high.
Interesting. This is the only.
Ooh, we lost Orion.
This is the only god that's usually worshipped by dwarves, or do you have other gods or goddesses? Or
Down here, it's the only god I know of.
Hmm.
It's the only god that should matter anyway. What other god would you follow than the one who helped make sure you have a home and helped make sure you have a life?
That's fair. That's why I follow Shashat. She helped take me in when I was lost.
Well, I'm glad the surfacers could at least give one of our kind some aid in their time of need. What is this beard you have? You need to clean it up, boy.
What's wrong with my beard? I look at his beard. How does it compare to mine? Is it like nicer, or what?
His beard has a bit more of a like deep complexion, and it is like wound in a very fine way, as if like he's taken lots of time to like keep his beard in a very specific manner. The kind of time that I don't think Gul'ran's ever really thought to put that kind of effort into.
Oh, I guess now that you mention it, I wasn't raised by other dwarves to teach me these things, I guess.
I suppose that makes perfect sense. I mean, it's not the kind of thing that you're going to get a lesson on every day from humans or, God forbid, elves.
That'll be the day.
Yes, that an elf teaches you how to groom your beard. You ever show me that? I'll show you an elf who's probably not really an elf.
It's almost as crazy as an elf starting a religion. Anyway, this may be a long shot, but are there any tales of perhaps 60 or so years ago of a family losing a small boy dwarf?
Unfortunately, I don't have your family lineage here, boy.
It's worth asking.
Lots of dwarves, however, do lose their children a number of different ways.
Really?
Yes,
Is
down
that common?
here in the caves, you could lose them to quicklings, or you could lose them to chokers, or you could lose them to darklings. A number of other creatures that love to wander about down here in the night if you're not careful with your kids.
Well, I appreciate you taking the time to speak with me. I would offer some patronage to respect your god. And Gul'ran will hand him 20 platinum.
He will push back your hand as you go to do that.
Whoa, is this not customary?
I needn't not any of your compensation. Simply offer reverence to Krauskaran and the glory that he has produced for all of us. That is all that Krauskaran needs to continue to do what we all need to better our lives. Recognize him for what he is and who he is. That is worth more than any of the gold that you could provide.
How does one show respect to your god?
Many will offer it in the form of prayer, or perhaps in the offering of services done on behalf of Krauskaran.
Well, I mean not to betray the tasks of my god, so perhaps a simple prayer of thanks will suffice.
It would be much appreciated. Krauskaran would be likely to bless your trip.
I assume that these are images of Krauskaran? I'll point to the statues that we saw.
Yes, it is. These were made in his image to provide us great reminder that he is the true pillar and the true strength that keep this civilization alive and thriving.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Gul'ran will give him like a slight bow and head to a statue and say a prayer.
All right.
Elizabeth has just mostly been like standing with them, listening to the conversation, just like being quiet. But when Gul'ran goes to do that, I'll join him and offer a prayer as well.
Okay.
I didn't really care a whole lot about coming here, but I mean, doesn't hurt to just say thanks to another god for keeping us safe through these tunnels thus far.
Ooh, actually, there was one slight change. I'm sorry, it is not 2 rubies in its eyes. It is a line of rubies where its 2 eyes would join together and form a line of rubies. Sorry,
A unibrow of rubies.
a uni-eye of rubies.
A uni-eye.
And it has a pair of kind of like spikes coming up out of its shoulder. That look kind of like stalagmites, right? That's the ground ones.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I always get that confused, and I hate that I can't remember the 2 of them.
If you want to go to someone else, I did want to actually say like a prayer that I want to write out, but
Okay.
I need like a few minutes.
Does anybody else have anything else they want to do in town specifically?
Brianna would like to find out if like there's a place that maybe sells potions or something like that.
Oh, certainly. You can find a magic shop. However, you don't have the paper. So going there, they will basically just simply reject you. And you can tell the guard, like, I'm at the inn, he'll vouch for me right now, but one of my other people has this letter, but that will kind of hold you up from being able to do that. But we'll say, like, eventually after you get the letter, you can head back over there. And sorry about the mix-up. I get a lot of people coming in here and looking, well, rather weird, and you wouldn't believe how many times it's a doppelganger.
Would Antaeus want to go with me, just out of curiosity, since, I'm going to a potion shop?
Antaeus would like to not be alone, so yes.
Okay. Oh, that's okay. I understand. You don't know me. You don't know my story. I completely understand.
So, what is it I can do for you?
Oh, well, I was just looking perhaps to get a couple of potions, maybe of Cure Light Wounds, something like that.
Some simple stuff. I very easily have that for you. How many are you looking for?
I'd like to purchase 2.
All right, I have a slightly modified question, however.
Okay.
So I know there's this common problem that people have. Many people think, I'll carry a potion, and I'll take care of my friends when they fall down to the ground and cannot get up. Do you know that a potion doesn't work quite well when poured down someone's throat while they're unconscious?
Right. You could end up choking them, really. They could breathe it in. It'd be a whole thing.
What I have for you instead is a cream you can apply to their head.
Ooh.
Might work a little bit more efficiently.
I would definitely be interested in that.
Wonderful. Now, I should point out that it is much harder to use in a short-term situation. But, if you're in the heat of battle and you need something to quaff, this will clearly not do well. Trying to rub something on your head while trying to avoid the swings of swords and axes and daggers is not necessarily going to do you much good. Especially because it needs to be rubbed in thoroughly.
I was thinking of this more as maybe like if one of my companions or even me happen to, pass out or something, it could be rubbed on us after we're safe.
Excellent. Then I think this'll do the trick. It is a slight bit more expensive, though. These are... Give me 1 sec. Oh no, I'm sorry. They are the same price. They are 50 gold for a single balm of Cure Light or a potion of Cure Light. The difference being you cannot drink a potion of Cure Light or if you're unconscious. But a balm when used in combat will take a full round action.
Okay. So 1 platinum would be like 100 gold, right?
That is the equivalent that is the equivalent of 10 gold.
Of 10 gold.
Yes.
Okay.
Think of it like the decimal system. Or think of it like the metric system. It's 10, 10, 10, 10.
Okay. All right. So then Brianna will offer him 10 platinum.
Okay.
And say that she'll purchase 2 bombs.
Okay. Very good. So those will heal 1d8 plus 1.
Okay. All right. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Also, it's worth noting that they work on things that also can't drink in the situations where that may come up.
Oh, okay. Perfect. Thank you.
You're welcome.
I'm also gonna buy 2 of each.
Okay. So 200 gold.
Yeah, I just marked that down.
Cool. All right. Anything else people want to pick up or do in town before heading out?
Oh, I have my prayer ready.
Whatever.
All right. Let's hear it.
So this is in Gluron's head as he eyes closed, looking down beneath the statue. Kriskarin, I know not your full story, as I was not fortunate enough to grow up among my kin, but I wish to give thanks and offer my gratitude for your protection of the dwarves. Although I serve Shashat, I have respect for all gods, known and unknown to me. May you bless my companions and I as we traverse your terrain and tunnels. Also, if my family does live, and you find them under your mountains, please watch over them, and with all the gods' blessings, perhaps one day we will be reunited in this life or the next. And I imagine like a small tear will roll down Gluron's face.
Very good.
And yeah, he will part the temple afterwards with Elizabeth whenever she's ready to go.
All right. For the remainder of your day's travel, I will knock 2 off of any percentile roll for random encounters. That seems minor. It's a pretty big gift in some ways. It means you're not dying to the Shuggoth today.
Oh god.
Hooray!
I don't know what the Shuggoth is, and I don't think I want to
It's
know.
a big,
You know.
nasty mass of, like, flesh-like goop that just wants to eat you.
Gross.
All right.
Yeah, it's like if you were to take a gelatinous cube and make it out of
No, gibbering
you know,
Malther and make it
Oh,
just
yeah.
and like hit the
Give
like enlarge
limbs.
button on it multiple times. Yeah, give it some arms, give it some other things. But yeah, so you guys can set up the cart. And
We were gonna rest a little first.
well, yeah,
right?
I'm assuming you're getting a full
So, yeah,
a
this
full
is-
night of rest.
Yeah. Yeah. So with my last spell point before I rest, I'm just gonna cast a Cure Moderate on myself just to help. Make sure I'm
Cure Moderate would not be with your
sorry,
last spell
Cure
point.
Light. Sorry.
Okay.
I meant to say Cure Light, and I was
Okay.
brain function. Let's see. 10. All right. That will help.
All right. There you go. Delicious. Sexy, sexy boy.
What?
Look at that Shuggoth in the Discord.
How much do we recover from sleeping?
Your level plus your con modifier is what I am doing.
Okay.
I
Wait,
know
do I
it's
lose health
different
if
as
it's
written.
negative?
No.
I should hope you don't have a -5 to your con.
I have a -7 right now.
Oh, I meant
To your
like
con
regular-
modifier. You should not have a -7 to your con modifier.
-2. Do I recover any of those?
You will
ability-
recover 1 every day.
Okay.
Do we get any bonuses if we enjoy a nice breakfast at the end before we leave?
No.
Oh.
You will just feel better.
Alright.
This is not quite the same thing as having a good sense of camaraderie and friendship, because it's magic, and a little goblin who's secretly enchanted your food with something that nobody succeeded their spellcraft to identify. Alright, so let's get the first leg of your journey out of the way. So, what I want to do is all of you have a map. A pretty well put together map. So, I am going to want 3 survival checks, and I will tell you as I need them. And they are basically just to check to see, did the party properly follow the map? They are DC 10. Everyone will get to make the check. But if you fuck up,
GG, guys.
we'll see where we go. You'll have opportunities to correct yourself.
Sorry, you said survival?
Not yet.
Oh.
The first hour.
Hold on, before we leave, I wanted to cast Lesser Restoration on myself.
Okay, go for it.
Probably a very good idea.
Heal yourself a D4.
Oh,
Oh, my condolences.
Is there a way to quickly see what my max spell points should be without having to scroll all the way
Yes,
down?
click on your attributes and abilities table thing. On your character.
In the character sheet?
Yeah. And then on the right-hand side, there should be a macro that says spell point max. Thought I put it in there.
I don't have that.
14. I'll add that to yours as well, Gulran. I thought I gave everybody this. They can do the math anytime that they need it. If not, I'll add them to them as we go.
Well, we're doing another one. Yay, 2.
God damn.
I think that's all I'll do for now, so I don't burn all my spell points.
Oh. Why did that come up as 5? What?
Did it.
No, Gulran doesn't have 5 spell points.
I hope not.
What's going on?
I should have.
I should
20?
just copy it from Elizabeth. Hold on. No, I think there was something weird about how I have to put it when I put it into a macro. Yeah, there's something weird about how I have to put it when I put it in a macro. That's what's wrong about it. $20. You have 20, right?
Yep.
Cool. All right. So, I didn't get to roll the random encounter yet. I'll add this to Brianna as well, real quick, just so it's there. And there's Brianna's. All right. So, let us head in. Leave the Borgholm music behind. Enter into caves. God damn. Krazkaram just saved your fucking lives.
Oh my god.
Or maybe not.
No, you're right the first time.
All right.
All we got to do is kite it back to the town.
So you
We
start,
told you there was an attack.
you start making your way through the caves. It's a long, dark set of tunnels. And as you reach the first branch of the caves, you will pass by the first branch. And I am going to need to know... Ready? Let's do this first. This is going to determine who gets attacked. I'm going to do
survival
it.
checks we were promised.
I'm going to do it according to what is shown on... I'll actually, rather than use the physical die here, I will roll it here. /R, D4. Brianna, you're 1. And Teus, you're 2. I need to edit the cameras real quick. Hold on. The people aren't confused as to how I'm doing the numbering because I'm doing it clockwise. Elizabeth, you're 3. And Gulran, you're 4. Brianna. And now, I'm going to roll this d20. And I don't want to give you any numerical information because I want to see what the party does as this happens. So, Brianna, does a 20 hit?
Yes, it does.
Okay. I am going to need you to take 5 points of strength damage.
Okay.
As you feel like a tendril reach out and like start to try to wrap around you. Give me 1 sec. I'm sorry, you do get to make a fortitude save versus this. No, so you will take those. And if you do not fall from that, does a 16 hit?
No, oh, yeah, it's exactly my...
Ooh. Give me another fort save.
That's weird. My AC went down. Does it go down with your strength going down?
Your encumbrance is starting to kick in because you're now more encumbered. Take 1 more point of strength damage.
Okay.
I'm gonna roll a couple more, but these are much lower actually. Okay. So you feel too that like grab out at you, and I need to know if a 31 beats your CMD.
Yeah.
Okay. Something has grabbed hold of your leg and is pulling you up against the back wall of the cart and trying to pull you over it. As the cart keeps moving. The cart is moving rather quickly, so it's pulling along what has a connection to you. And as the cart keeps moving, let me have everybody roll initiative. Let me give you... Hold on, I'm going to bring you to the tunnel map real quick.
I'm using my once a day take 10 on my initiative.
Okay. So roll up your initiative and then I'll amend it.
Oh, good call.
Sucked it up in the initiative, though. Sucked it up.
I believe I would like to be on the cart, thank you.
What's your initiative bonus goal run? 0?
0, yeah.
Okay. All right. So, Brianna, you are first, and this tentacle is like pulling you against the wall of the cart. And you can feel that something is also being pulled along with it.
Okay. So I will cry out, obviously, and be like, "What is going on?" Can I try and break free
Yeah, you can give me either an escape artist or a CMB.
Okay.
No, you can feel that these tendrils are wrapped tightly around you, and it is impossible to break free of them.
Okay.
Um,
I don't think there's really anything else I can do.
just close the initiative timer. Okay. So that'll take us to Antaeus. Antaeus, you can see two tentacles like hanging back off the edge of the cart. What is the current light level, the current visibility that everyone has? What are your light sources as you were traveling?
I'm assuming us going back into the tunnels, I would have again cast light probably like on my shield just so I have something visible because I'm having to drive unless Gulron has taken back over, but we didn't say that. So I'm assuming I am up at the front driving it.
Okay.
So I would have light on my shield.
And I have low light.
Okay.
Dark vision.
So then you all would be able to see this massive creature dragging behind the cart. Two of these like tendrils reaching out and wrapping around Brianna, and four other tendrils like grabbing and trying to hold itself onto the cart as it's being pulled behind this thing. And in the distance, just a little beyond that, you'll be able to see three more of these things chasing after the cart quickly, but being kind of, but lagging kind of behind as it moves.
Knowledge check.
Yeah, this would be knowledge engineering.
Cool. KEWL.
I don't think that's enough.
Well, actually, would I still be able to do an attack after I did that?
Yeah,
Or would I have
the
to-
knowledge
okay.
check is a free action.
Okay.
Because it's you identifying in your head, like, do I recognize what these things are?
Yeah.
I
Because more importantly, I'd be trying to get her free if it came down to one or the other.
Yeah, you do not know what this thing is, and you're like, you with that roll, you know that you're like remembering a lot of creatures that could be down here, and if this isn't on your list of things that are down here, this thing must be rather scary.
Yep. Yeet.
Where are you throwing the bomb? At the creature?
I'm gonna throw it at one of the I can see a good length of the tendrils, correct?
Yes, that you can. They are about
Like
10
enough-
feet long.
Like enough to where I don't have to worry too much about it hitting Brianna.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna try to aim for a little further back so it doesn't hit her, but the one that is grappling her specifically. Well,
Okay.
that's the same one that's grappling the cart, right?
No. Well, there are other
Actually,
ones that
no.
are like that are kind of holding, but they've got a very loose hold. She's really what's keeping this thing attached to the cart.
Gotcha. Then yes, I'm gonna do that, and I like the little buttons you have at the bottom to click the damage. That's really cool.
Thank you. That will hit on the tentacle. Go ahead and roll me damage. And as it explodes against the tentacle kind of rips away, and the creature lets out a as the tentacle goes flailing backwards. Gulron.
So there's still tentacles wrapped around.
There's
Brianna.
still one more tentacle wrapped around Brianna.
Mechanically, can I touch her without touching the tendril?
Not it. You maybe could, but again, it's on part of her. So if you slipped, you would touch the tendril.
Okay, well, I mean, I want to try to save her life, try to give her protection from evil.
How dare you?
Give me a attack roll to go along with this. So just a melee attack roll. You will manage to like reach out and get a touch on her. And I don't think it breaks creatures that are holding you free.
I don't think so. I
It
think
just
it
can't
gives
attempt
their
to attack again.
bonuses.
Yeah. Okay. So Elizabeth.
So if I'm driving this cart, does that is like I'm physically having to focus on kind of driving the cart? Like, does it involve me I just don't understand how the cart works if it
It's like driving a car.
Okay, so I am. Okay.
So you could step away from it, but it's moving at whatever speed you leave it at, and it will keep moving, but it will slow down gradually if you step away.
I want to just briefly look back and see if it looks like these other 3 have the capability of catching up to it.
No, the cart moves substantially faster than them, so they are being left behind as you pull forward.
Okay, so yeah, I'm going to keep my entire focus right now on keeping this cart on the road, and if anything, seeing if it'll go just a smidge faster and just trying to get us away from these creatures. So.
All right. This thing will waste one of its attacks trying to grab out and pull hold of get another handle on Brianna to try to pull itself forward, and realizing it can't, it will reach out for Ghoulron. How about a 17 against Ghoulron?
Just my normal AC or my touch?
This is versus your touch.
That's it.
Actually, in this case, it is going to be versus your regular AC because it's also flailing around and having some trouble, so it can't quite get the same grasp on you.
Okay, then no.
Okay. Ooh, but this one might. How about a 27?
Yes, sir.
Okay, let's get one more. Nope. So you're also then pulled back, and once again, 2 more tentacles hold the 2 of you now against it as it tries to pull its way forward. And it takes some damage from dragging behind the cart. I also need a fort save from you, Ghoulron. Nope. Take 4 points of strength damage. Brianna.
Okay, so I'm going to try, I guess, again and get out of the grapple.
Okay.
So let's see.
I will, since that is a natural 20, I will allow that to be a success.
Okay. Am I able to do an attack, or is that a full round?
That is your attack action to try to escape.
Okay. Then I will try and move away from the tentacles.
Okay. Antaeus.
This thing doesn't seem to like fire, so I'm going to keep on keeping on. Let's see what we got here.
That will still hit, since these are versus touch. And this thing's touch AC while flailing around behind a cart. And it will squeal as its other arm lets go of Ghoulron, and it goes rolling backwards across the path behind it as the cart speeds off into the distance away from these things.
As it's falling off, do I get a better look at it?
No, you'd actually get a worse look at it.
Okay.
Because it gets, the cart is moving, very quickly, more like car level speeds as opposed to people level speeds. And greater than horse level speeds. So this will all disappear into the darkness behind you. And the cart will continue on its way.
Sufficiently spooky.
It's fine. You guys are fine. It definitely wasn't exceptionally higher in CR than you were. It's
I'll
fine.
use a restoration on Brianna. Oh, nice.
Brianna, you heal back 4 of your strength damage. All right, and
took 1.
as you continue your travels and make sure you're taking the right turns, let's see if the party is paying good attention. Can I get survival checks from everyone? Doesn't matter if they're trained or untrained.
Rude.
Wow, yeah.
Trying to kill them.
All right, so Brianna, you keep arguing that everybody's going the wrong way, but the rest of you are all certain, no. Brianna's obviously 1 or 2 steps back on the map. She probably got confused with the whole creature thing trying to grab her and suck her into the oblivion.
I just want to make sure our cargo is still intact after that encounter. The piece we're transporting and everything is still in the chest and all that.
The stuff in the chest is there. If you were transporting the ballista, that's
No,
okay.
we
I was
left
gonna say.
that. I meant just the
Yeah, all of that is fine.
blight thing or whatever.
Only one managed to be able to be in the right place when it happened.
Oh, thank God. I just want to get out of the cave.
All right, another hour passes, and everything seems fine, perfectly fine. Give me another survival, just to make sure you're staying on the straight and narrow. All right. Ooh.
No, Brianna's like, wait, I figured it out. I really know what I'm doing.
Everybody's got the right way. Everybody's moving through these tunnels just fine. Ooh, interesting.
No, just let us out. Just let us out. Sick of these goddamn tunnels.
Actually, I think... Double check this. So you are making your way down the roadway when Elizabeth, I'm going to need a perception, and I'm going to need a... Well, I need a perception first, so let's start there. All right, now I need a reflex save from you. Nice. So you very quickly realize, with as fast as you're moving, out from around one of the rock formations comes walking this very, very pale looking humanoid. And it just it's roaming around confused with its arms out, and it kind of steps into the path of where the cart is going, and you quickly pull the cart to a halt and stop inches from where this creature stands, and it turns and kind of looks in your direction, and when it tries to open its eyes, there's just these black holes of darkness inside of them.
I know a scary kitty. Ew. I just kissed that face.
And it just starts hissing at the cart. And as it hisses at the cart, there are others that come from behind the cart, and they all start making a very, very similar sound.
Quickly, any knowledge check to know what the hell these things are?
Sure. Give me a knowledge history.
Okay, nope. Is it still right in front of the cart?
Yeah.
Let's see if anyone gives me information. I am not interested in these creatures.
So Antaeus, these are a long, long time ago. There were humans that, for whatever reason, decided they would forsake the surface. And they themselves joined the denizens of the Underdark. But the problem with humans is they move into a place that is filled with all kinds of evils and corrupted creatures. Is the darkness and the creatures of the darkness kind of seep into who and what they are. And over time, it sort of tarnishes not only their outside, but their inside also, turning them into creatures of darkness. Creatures that crawl and wander aimlessly in the darkness. They have a home, but it's wherever they are when they're there. And here you've stumbled upon these dark stalkers and creepers.
Can I maneuver the cart around this thing? Is it literally taking up so much space that I can't, go,
Keep moving.
Can I go around it?
It's, right in the middle of the road.
What happens? I don't want to provoke this thing. I just want to get around it.
So, one thing you will know, Antaeus, is that if these were just dark creepers, you would have a problem with communication because they only speak the language that exists within their soul. However, this much bigger one that's there, or this much more put together one that's there, are you there, Ryan? I spooked him so much.
Yeah, I got most of that.
Okay. They speak what the bigger one speaks Undercommon. The other ones look almost like small children as they kind of start wandering up to the cart. But the tall one, speaks Undercommon.
I assume Antaeus has relayed all this information to us.
Yeah, I'll relay it in as quickly in gists as possible.
Does anyone speak Undercommon?
No, but if these things are used to the darkness, perhaps just shine your light and they'll back away. They must have an aversion to it.
It starts trying to wave its hands and do something.
Like cast a spell?
Give me a spellcraft.
Let's get out of here.
All right. Antaeus and Brianna, you would know it is starting to cast darkness.
So I would definitely say that.
All right, I'm just going to put this cart in full speed. I don't care if I hit this thing in front of me.
All right. As the darkness starts to settle in, you run over this person.
Don't stand in front of my cart. I just want to get the hell out of here.
And can make your way the rest of the way out of the caves.
Nope. You cast a spell. Nope, I'm getting out of here.
Alright, now fuck all that noise.
You're back at the surface.
Thank God. I just want to get to the
Light!
Where?
I don't like these caves.
Now, the real question is, where on the surface are we?
That is a good question. So you are a little off of the road. These tunnels don't lead out to the road. They lead out to various different parts of the overworld map. But that's the thing about coming out a tunnel, that you don't really have a map to. Where are you? How do you get home? There's trees off in the distance, not too far. You know which way north is, so you know which way east is.
Yeah, I was going to say we should know, since we're theoretically on the other side of the mountain, we'll just head the direction of wherever the capital would be from that orientation.
So you'll make an assumption and choose to head east.
We came out of the base of the mountain, right?
Yes.
Okay, that's
So
good.
northeast is what we would assume, I think, right?
Yeah, but I think more east than north, but possibly if angled at all, slightly northeast.
Okay.
At least until we can come by some sort of landmark to determine if
Mhm.
any where we are or whatever.
Fair enough. All right. Well, let's just see how your travels go, shall we? I know, it's so much fun, isn't it? There's no stress. You're on the open road now. Nothing to worry about. Nothing to be bothered by, and you're just out in the woods. What can come get you in the
this
woods?
traveling light.
Speaking of that, Elizabeth, speaking of being out in the woods, you just ran a man down. You ran a creature blinded by your lights down. Does that bother
Hey,
Elizabeth at all?
I didn't succeed my spellcraft, so I don't know what that thing was doing. I feared for my life. I just wanted to survive right now, okay?
Okay. Okay.
Well, yeah, we also mentioned that he was trying to cast darkness, I think.
Yep. A non-threatening
But, yeah,
spell for a denizen of the deep that
Yeah, but what are
can't
they going to do in the
see
darkness afterwards?
that
I don't know
can't
what
see in the
fuck they're gonna
light.
do. I don't know what these creatures are. I don't know
Nah.
about them.
No, that's an aggressive tactic. I don't even care. That's aggressive. He knows that. I ain't trying to hear that.
I mean, yeah, if he had tried to communicate with us, maybe, but
He was trying to
straight-
communicate.
Via magical darkness. Nope. That's an act of aggression.
No, he was trying to communicate with you for several seconds before he was like, no one's listening, gotta cast the darkness. You can argue it all you want, but you ran down something you know was alive and had feelings and thoughts. But it's all
Alive,
okay now.
maybe.
You're out in the woods, and no place is more calm and serene than the woods. And while you're traveling out in the woods, I'm gonna need some perception checks from the driver.
Oy.
Ooh. And with that, I'm going to need a reflex save. You are rolling along, and you manage to, get very lucky as you are steering the cart, and you notice you don't catch, eyesight of it, but you do respond the soonest that you can, which is at the very last minute, and you swing the wheel of the cart, or you swing the reins of the cart, and you turn the cart just inches away from a 20-foot deep pit. But that grinds the cart to a halt. And as you grind the cart to a halt, let me have the party give me perception checks.
Cool.
Wonderful.
All the
13 is
13s.
the-
So weird.
At least I didn't botch, I guess.
Give me just 1 second here. I gotta clean something up.
For the record, I do not enjoy driving this cart.
It's fun, isn't it?
It is not fun. It's slightly terrifying.
No, it's great.
I miss being back in the city.
But you're getting in touch with nature. Who doesn't like getting in touch with nature? I'm so confused, guys. I don't get it.
I have PTSD from the last time nature tried to touch me.
All right, give me 1 second here. I'm just trying to get nothing important loaded up here. Nothing important at all. turn off this. I'm going to drag you guys onto a little map here. I don't want the light to be on. I thought I turned off dynamic lighting. Here we go. I'm going to put the little pit in here. Hold on one sec. Here is the pit that you just barely managed to avoid. And I need to take the... I need to move the trees correctly. Go up. That's good there. All right, so you stop just inches from sending the cart deep into this pit. And the four of you look about. And there is this weird drumming sound in the distance. I can't do drumming. God damn it. And I don't have the track on here that I need at the moment.
Does it sound like war drums or...
It does sound like war drums coming from the distance. Or maybe not so distant. Maybe they're out and whatever it is might be much closer than you think. Because, Brianna, do you think you hear a growl? Very close growl.
I hear a growl, guys. I hear a growl.
Oh, let's go.
Hold on. Going will not be an option.
I can get it high gear. Can it jump on our cart?
Hold on one sec.
Hell yeah, we just need to feather fall and then like ET over that pit, right? That's all we got to do.
I am going to right now need initiative. Oops.
We gotta demand a much higher compensation when we get back.
Oops. I had one of these, and I'm very annoyed that I don't know what I did with it. Grab this. Where are you?
Good girl.
This. I thought I had a top-down one. Why do I only have a front view one? That is so weird. Well, I can show you what the creature looks like. At the very least, it emerges from behind the trees. And as it does so, from the tree behind you come a number of goblins. And we're going to go ahead and use this thing as the mini here.
We fought this in my game, pretty sure.
I believe we fought this in Ring Lords.
Or, yeah, maybe one of the games I've seen this.
Unless it's a goblin dog.
It is not.
I don't think it was anything in my game. The only thing associated with the goblins was goblin dogs.
Whatever it is, it needs to go away and die. In that order. No, not in that order. It can die and then go away.
Are goblins like innately bad? Or
Not traditionally, at least that you know of. You've seen goblins.
yeah.
They seem like decent people. So
Fuck goblins.
Why are they
Wow.
sneaking up behind you after setting some kind of
Nah.
trap in front of you?
These are feral creatures.
I just find fucking assets I need. We're gonna use some of these mites.
I can sing us a goblin song.
Hey, let's see
Alright.
if they'll not attack us in exchange for climbing the mountain.
Oh my god.
Well,
Does not sound like a nice thing.
So, I need to roll I need to roll it into the initiative.
well, I will exchange their war drums with my bombs.
But you will notice as they emerge, the war drums are definitely not coming from the ones that are here.
These look like the things that you put up, though, right?
Anyone come?
They have like they're goblins roaming out with knives, so they're actually more of a greenish color, more of a greenish gray.
Oh, okay. Okay. When I saw the picture, I was like, are they walking around on their hands like a monkey?
Brianna,
I'm
you will
pretty
go
sure
first.
we fought this in your game, John.
Yeah. So you should know what to do.
So, it's just the Bargist right now. We don't, or are the goblins?
No, you can see the goblins emerging from the trees as well.
Okay. So, Brianna will say, "Hey, do you guys speak common?"
They look at you, and they speak back in Goblin something.
Okay, and I
Ooh,
would
what did they
recognize it
say?
as Goblin.
They say, "You look like a
Wait, shit.
particularly." Oh wait, do you not speak Goblin?
I don't speak Goblin.
No, I'm
but-
asking
Ah,
Antaeus.
Damn it!
Oh.
I apparently do not speak Goblin, but I have linguistics.
Give me a linguistics. Oh, you think they value her quite highly?
Okay.
You hear
well-
words like breeding and stock.
Well, Brianna is going to cast tongues on herself,
Okay.
and specifically for to be able to converse with these guys.
Okay. Yeah, you can now hear that they're like starting to argue amongst each other about which one of them is going to take you back. But kill the rest of them.
What do you mean, take me back, guys?
And with that, we'll wait until their initiative to hear more, which will come up next. The Bargist will go. And it's not here to conversate. It's here to desiccate. And it will charge forward at Elizabeth. It will... Ooh, actually, I didn't realize I had that. Hold on one sec, because this would have mattered. Yeah, I will actually need everybody on the cart as it moves forward to give me a will save.
Man. Cool.
Antaeus and Ghoulrun, you both take a -2 penalty on attack rolls, saving throws, ability checks, skill checks, and weapon damage rolls,
Oh, okay.
as you are affected by crushing despair. Elizabeth, your go.
All right. Swift action, casting Shield of Faith on myself. And then I will get down and I don't know if I can be in one of these squares if the cart would be impeding.
No, you're fine. Yeah.
Okay. So yeah, I'll just move up to it to try to hopefully get it to attack me. But that was a swift action for Shield of Faith. Yeah, so I'll attack it.
Sure.
Hooray!
That will hit. Oh, damn it! You don't have the new damage set up.
I don't.
That's annoying.
What?
I put a bar in between them and I separated them a little bit of distance, but whatever.
Oh, okay.
Roll damage.
Oh, lovely.
Oops. It will look somewhat hurt by that, though. Gul'ran.
Is there any knowledge check I can do so what I know about these things? What they are?
Yeah, this would be knowledge. Really wish I remembered knowledge types better.
I keep forgetting I'm not a damn wizard.
I believe it's knowledge the planes in this case, but I'll also allow a dungeoneering.
Yeah, I have neither.
Okay.
And you said we can see goblins starting to like come out.
Yes, there are goblins that are like dropping down from the trees onto the ground.
And you would have heard Brianna say, "What do you mean, take me back?"
You'll be taking no one but your own allies, and I'll give him a murderous command.
So just one of them you give it to?
What's that?
Which one are you giving the murderous command to?
The Barghest.
Okay.
I don't know where the goblins are or whatever.
Oh, I thought they're not on the map?
I don't
No.
see any.
Oh, I'm sorry. Hold on. Then they're on the wrong layer. I meant to put them on the map layer.
What a spell.
There you
Oh
go.
shit! they're all-
All right, so the Barghest will attempt to save and succeed.
Damn.
Got him! We got him, guys. We got him. Antaeus. It's gonna be the second party I get to eat with a Barghest.
What is this little thing? Oh, that's her arm. Oh, okay.
Comb the shit out of the goblins.
Oh, there's the goblin.
Yeah.
Perfect splash damage range, man. Perfect.
They lined themselves up for you.
Hey, he can only maximize get 4 of them, okay?
What's good, bitches? I'm gonna fuck this up real bad, aren't I?
You gonna do it?
Oh,
That hits. Roll damage.
bang, bang.
Okay. You nail the goblins as they drop down out of the tree, and you splash fire everywhere around in the middle of the woods.
Oh shit.
All over the goblins, who start screaming, one of which goes unconscious and is burning there on the ground. The other 3 look horrible. Brianna.
I'll be right back. I'm gonna keep my headset on though.
Okay.
You said the goblins were going to answer me on their turn, and I don't.
Oh
think
yeah, I'm
they're
sorry.
on.
The goblins did not. The goblins are supposed to actually go on the Barghest turn, and I did forget about them. We'll make them go at the end of the round.
Okay.
We just want to take you home. It'll be nice and warm. You're like us, only a little different. Come on. Kill your friends and come with us.
No thanks. And Brianna will begin her performance.
All right. Whoa.
I didn't.
Yeah,
I
use the Inspire Courage macro.
Yeah, I keep forgetting. Sorry.
It's alright. I'm not actually sure why it keeps clicking with damage, though, in an
Yeah,
attack
like
roll.
that's kind of weird.
But yeah, you Inspire Courage.
All right.
And
that's
the
mine.
Barghest will go. And you will hear it since you're now speaking in Goblin. It will hear it say, "You should just go with them, because I'm just going to eat this woman!" And it will bite. Ugh, not like that it won't.
Nope.
And claw.
Yep, that one will hit.
And claw.
And that one will not hit.
All right.
7.
Elizabeth.
Okay, I'm going to swift action bull strength myself.
Mm-hmm.
Minus these spell points from fast. Alright, and we're
Compendium
gonna
sucks.
hit this thing. Please hit. Shit.
That will hit.
God,
Nice.
my damage is really bad.
I mean, you're
very
using
lucky.
a one-handed longsword.
Yeah, that's true.
You're rolling a 2.
Yeah.
Ghoul run.
Oof. Can't do much. So
You just stand there and get assaulted by all those goblins. It's cool.
I will actually stay there though to absorb any hits from my other party members. But seeing Elizabeth taking on the big boy, her platinum ring on her finger will start to glow as I cast Shield Other on her.
All right. Antaeus.
Has stepped away.
Well, this matters because there could be some bomb action as the goblins finally hit the ground.
They say it's gonna be hot. Hotter than Antaeus' fire?
Thematically, after I cast
Well,
the spell,
okay,
I
I'm gonna
turn
roll a
around.
bomb for him then. Because he just texted me bombs away. I don't know why his voice isn't communicating. I think actually he might have his computer set in that silly other mode. But we'll aim for maximum bomb damage.
Well, it looks like he has himself muted, so even if he was trying to talk from...
That will hit. Oh yeah, I can't do it from there. I have to do it from over here. Damn. And that will exterminate these 3 goblins. Disa 1, Disa 1, and Disa 1. However, that will leave 1 goblin left, who is going to move around the cart. Who it can't actually get to Antaeus because of the pit. Oh, the goblin is very annoyed. It will just instead come over to here. And it will start climbing up onto the cart to be next to Brianna. You come with me! It'll be better! No man with bombs! With no man with fire! You come now! Brianna. Ooh, that will hit. Ow, you're mean!
Yeah, I don't want to go with you, bud. Just run away while you
Why
can.
not? It'll be warm! I can't leave, he'll eat me!
I
The
feel like
Bargus
she's doing
goes.
damage. She's like teasing it. She's like not really putting up a fight.
Claw from the Bargist.
Yep.
Claw from the Bargist.
Yep.
And chomp
Remember-
chomp!
Taking half your damage.
That will not hit. So
Okay.
let's see. Goron will take 4 and 3, and then I'll take 3 and 3.
Okay. Elizabeth.
Alright, let's keep whacking this thing. I feel like I need to switch to a better weapon, man. Oh, that's nice.
Yeah, that will confirm.
Hiya!
Nice. I feel like I need to switch to a better weapon. Rolls 22 damage on
And
a
then I
critical
crit.
hit because it's literally just about rolling dice. Sometimes your numbers are low when you roll dice.
Yeah. I know.
Ghoul run.
Sorry, that 19 of did that hit you, Whitney?
It did not, no.
Oh,
It
okay.
was only the first 2 that hit.
Okay. I will tap Brianna and give her guidance.
All right. Antaeus, there's only one of them left. And it's right next to you and Brianna.
There's only one goblin left?
Yeah. And he moved around the cart to get next to you and Brianna.
And he's
Hard.
No, because this is the one that your bomb didn't hit. They weren't all within 5 feet of each other.
Oh, yeah. Okay, man, God bless it. How far away is this guy?
5 feet away from you.
Oh, fuck this.
He's standing right there. He's trying to get Brianna to come with him. You want to give him a hug? He's got a knife. He'll give you one back.
Here you go. I'm gonna gently lob this at him.
Ooh, that will hit you, and Brianna need a reflex save.
Am I that close? I thought I was.
You are. I said you're 5 feet away from him.
You did say that. I was looking at.
Yeah.
the
So roll
thing
me
on-
damage.
Our bloody cart,
fine.
Antaeus! What the hell are you doing? I hope this doesn't
no
catch our
tokens.
cart on fire.
Click the damage button. There we go.
Yeah, I didn't have the.
And
thing
make a
selected
reflex
at the time.
save also. All right. Well, you take your own splash damage. The goblin is most certainly dead. The cart, however, is flame retardant. So
Thank God.
So do I take 9?
no, you take 4. You take the splash damage part.
Oh, okay. All right.
Was she past her reflex? So she take half or?
Oh no, she takes nothing then. Sorry.
Oh. Nice.
All right, Brianna.
So combat's over, right?
No,
No,
we're
the
still
Barghest is still there.
Oh, you still have the Barghest. Oh,
I'm
gotcha.
still tanking this Barghest over here, and it kind of hurts. Just saying.
Okay, well, with my guidance and my performance, then I will. I guess. Do I just need to like get down from the cart?
Yeah,
or-
you can jump down from the cart. That's just part of your move.
Okay. Yeah, that should be enough. All right, I'm going to get him with my whip.
All right.
Oh yeah.
Oh, I have to click on my thing. Okay.
That
I do
will
have-
not hit.
Even with guidance and performance.
Even with guidance and performance. He's not some weak little goblinoid.
Run away, little doggy! Run away while you can.
And he is going to do just that. But which way does he want to do it?
Either way, I'm gonna get an attack, and I'm taking it. You hurt
That's
me,
actually not always how that works.
Oh,
Uh,
true. Depends if he.
that is not... And then I think the other way is bad. I hate that when you drag them over, there's like abilities you can't just read. No, okay. Yeah, he will attempt to cast this defensively.
Fail.
And he will get it. And he will... Full range? He will suddenly disappear. As he casts a spell.
Someone better than me on those spellcrafters. See, my spellcraft sucks.
Alright, Brianna. You will know, and Antaeus actually, you will both know that he has Dimension Doored away. And that will bring combat to a close.
Good old dimension door.
Better than invisibility. Because otherwise his ass would have been dead.
Alright. So, the party is stranded. Not necessarily stranded, but lost in the woods. At least you know which way you're going. You're going east. Just keep heading northeast, and you'll get where you're planning to go, right? But the calm, serene, peaceful, woodsy environment keeps you safe. All your friendly friends that will meet you here, some goblins came out to play, but you would have none of it. Will you
They
make
do
it to the
make for
capital?
good bowling pins, though.
Will you make it to the capital? Will something worse happen?
We'll make it.
We'll find out next
Yes
week,
and
though,
no, respectively.
but not before I give you XP.
Hooray!
Yay.
You're gonna level us up just to kill us, you son of a bitch.
If I wanted to kill you, I would have done it back in the cave when I had the chance.
Nope, Kakulin was saving us, Steve.
I gave you the opportunity to let the dice decide whether or not you lived or died. And the dice said, you got a fair shake.
Because Kakulin was looking over us.
No, Kakulin should have died and did die, just like he was supposed to. Divided by 4. Everybody take 575 XP.
I see those doing level us, yeah.
We'll see how the party does next week. Good night, everyone.
Later.